Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the conclusion of the wild ride that was Grayson Bay versus Judge Perkins. If you've been following along, you know we left off with Grayson being found guilty on most of the charges, with a jury trial still looming for the next day. But to the disappointment of many of you, and honestly, myself included, that jury trial never happened. Instead, the prosecutor chose to drop the remaining 2 charges altogether. No courtroom fireworks, no jury box dramatics, just a sudden anticlimax. But don't worry, it's not over just yet. We still get the final word from none other than Judge Perkins himself. And let's just say, he had a lot to say. So today, we're going to listen in as the judge delivers his sentencing and gives Grayson a much-needed reality check. Let's get into it.
Versus Javar Tyrone Grayson, case number SP14643761, SP14640991, SP14639000, counts 1, 2, and 3. State your name for the record.
Grayson
Bay, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
State your name for the record.
Grayson Bay.
All right. This is today is the date and time set for a jury trial. Ms. Schneider, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Alexis Schneider for the people, P80322. For the record, the issuing officer, Officer Ambrose, was present, although I released him.
Mr. Grayson Bay, we didn't conclude some of the. First of all, I want to get the record straight from yesterday. I did mention, and you did cite. Where's Mr. Grayson Bay's file? Yes, but I brought it back downstairs. Yes. I wanted to clear up something I said on the record as far as the case that you cited out of Alabama. That I was incorrect as far as the facts.
Pay close attention, sovereign citizens, because what you're about to see is something truly rare in your world. Someone admitting they were wrong and actually correcting their mistake. Yeah, I know, shock of the century, right? But this moment serves as a perfect example of what accountability looks like when reality finally punches through the fantasy. So if you're still clinging to that faux legal nonsense, take notes, because this is how you own up, course correct, and maybe, just maybe, avoid digging your hole any deeper.
That was not the case where they were walking down the street and did not obtain the license to assemble. That was a case where he has another reverend organized a sit-in and at a restaurant, and they were ticketed. And the unfortunate part about it is, and that's just how our society is, and it was, and still is for the most part, is that this case had to go all the way to the United States Supreme Court for him to get justice on this case. But again, you're citing cases, sir, that you're not even reading what the cases are.
I'll be honest, there's a certain guilty pleasure I get when a sovereign citizen cites case law. Not because I think they're making a good argument, far from it, but because it gives me an excuse to dig into actual rulings and appreciate just how robust our legal framework really is. But let's be clear, about half the time, the case they cite only barely resembles their situation, and the other half, it flat out proves the opposite of what they're arguing. To break it down for any potential window lickers in the back row, when you cite these cases, you're not just wrong. You're so far off that you're not even qualifying as wrong anymore. That's how deep into delusion we are.
That's something a lawyer would be could be brought up to the grievance commission on and potentially lose their license. All the cases in there, all the cases that you have cited are saying exactly the opposite of what you put forth. Have you looked at any of them?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you read them? When did you do that last night?
I've been studying more science. My religion is more science. As you can see, if it looks like a duck, it acts like a duck, it tells you it's a duck, it's pretty much a duck. So I'm more science. So I've been studying for over 10 years.
Well, that's a full decade of edible highlighters flushed straight down the toilet of bad life choices. And you said something that really caught my attention because I say it all the time. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and refuses to pay registration fees while bathing in a public fountain, then
Yeah.
it's a sovereign citizen. You can call yourself a Moorish scientist, an American state national, a galactic freeloader, or the reincarnated heir to King Tut's parking pass. It doesn't matter. If you think you can cruise around without a license or claim courts don't have jurisdiction over your nonsense, then congratulations, you're just another crane-munching sovereign citizen, freshly dipped in delusion.
And
But you haven't been studying.
no disrespect to you, Your Honor. I just want to remain mute to the fact and acknowledge that my mother is here, the matriarch of my family, and so I just want to remain mute to this case in this matter. And the floor is yours. This is your courtroom. No disrespect. My mother is here.
No. Ma'am, can you stand up and state your name, please?
My name is Grayson Hall.
Good morning, Ms. Grayson Hall. And I'm not, it's nothing about, you can see it. I just wanted to be acknowledged. I do acknowledge the fact, and I appreciate the fact that you have support here. The court always recognizes that. That's why I asked you to stand up. But you want to remain mute now. But you didn't remain mute when you filed these pleadings. This is how you speak to the court, exactly the way you did. Now, maybe the form is not exactly the way the court kind of or the rules have applied, but I understand you're in pro per and you might not know all of those rules. But when you start filing these documentations, you're speaking to the court and you're representing that this is the current state of the law as this is the current state of the law, and this stuff applies to your case, and I should be reading this stuff and be able to interpret what you're saying about your case through these cases. And when I read these cases, it says exactly the ones that I've read, and I've seen these cases filed before, it says exactly the opposite of what you're trying to say. Because what I understand you're trying to say is that you're trying to say that you don't need a valid driver's license to drive on the roads, you don't need proper registration on your vehicle, and you don't need proper insurance, and you're even going as far as saying that the police officers, and correct me if I'm wrong, that the police officers do not even have the authority to pull you over. Is that correct?
Again, Your Honor, I remain mute to the situation.
Standing, mute and keeping your mouth shut is, without a doubt, the smartest move you've made all day, hell, maybe even in your entire legal disaster of a life. And sure, you've clearly grasped the basic concept that you have the right to remain silent. But here's the real question. Do you actually possess the ability to remain silent? Because every time you open your mouth, you seem determined to argue your way straight into a longer sentence. So by all means, keep exercising your right, just try not to strain anything while doing it.
Here, no due respect to the court, my matriarch is here, and I gave you pretty much documents to read, and I'm standing on those documents, and I'm gonna remain mute. Thank you.
All right, so I've already found you guilty of the count of refusing to exhibit a driver's license, SP 1464091. I'm going to fine you on that case $240. I've already found you responsible on SP 1463901, expired plate. I'm going to fine you $145 on that. And I've already found you responsible on SP 14639-003, insurance no proof, and I say guilty on SP 146409991, and that's a 240. For the insurance no proof, I'm gonna fine you $195 on that. All right. As far as the other counts, I had the note, well, you told me off the record that you're going to dismiss SP 146-43761 and SP 146-39002. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So 145, 195, and $240, sir. When can you pay?
I would probably need, after the holidays, maybe 3 months, I might get something up for you.
Are you working?
I do carpentry.
Yeah, you do carpentry. Are you working?
Yes. Yeah, I have jobs lined up.
Okay, so why do we need so much time?
They lined up. They're not completed. They're just future jobs that I've lined up.
That I've lined up. Yeah, sure you do. In other words, you don't have jack lined up. Let's be real, you're just too lazy to get off your ass and get a real job, because trust me when I say this, every major city in this country has jobs. Fast food, warehouses, customer service, help people are hiring like crazy. The only thing you actually need is the desire to work, but instead, you'd rather play courtroom cosplay and pretend you're too sovereign to fill out a W-2. News, flash, no one's buying it.
Today I'm in court.
You got this play on words.
Yeah, I mean, traveling and driving.
Is
Yeah, the beast system. Play on word. I mean, it's the truth though. I mean, I gotta speak the truth to you, right? You respect the truth?
Now, if you,
Okay, I'm not working today. I'm not working.
No. You're not. I'm asking you, why is it taking 3 months to get up? I don't typically give out 3 months to pay fines, especially when somebody's working, and especially in a career that's a skilled trade, that's a very lucrative career. So I'm trying to give you the time you need, but I need to make a good basis for that.
3 months.
Because you're not giving me a good basis for giving you 3 months, and you're telling me you're a carpenter and you're telling me you're working. Now, if you're telling me you're a carpenter and I'm not working currently, then that's something that I can go with. But you're telling me I'm just not working today.
Right.
I'm going to go to work tomorrow.
Well,
I'm going to work tomorrow, and I'm going to work the next day.
Yeah.
So I'm not giving you 3 months.
Very optimistic. That's why I say, well, as this present, not, but yeah, tomorrow. I'm very optimistic about work. So yeah,
so you're not working.
Today I'm not working. Tomorrow I'm going. I have grass work tomorrow to do. There are schedules to do, and I do have a future as a job to have things to be done. But as you saying, as I'm working, I'm telling you the truth. Not as now, no. If that clears, if that makes you feel comfortable, no, I'm not working.
I'm trying to ascertain.
No, I'm not working.
On,
I'm not working at this present moment. I'm not working.
And when you say you're working, you have some aspirations of
yes.
working, like everybody does. We're
yes.
looking for, well, not everybody, because not everybody is trying to work.
Right, exactly.
So
yes.
you're not working now, correct?
Right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Let me ask you this, ma'am. Is this the kind of, I don't know, I want to make sure that you don't need any mental health services? Do you?
You questioning my mental capacity?
Oh, I absolutely am, because anyone dumb enough to willingly choose this clown show of a lifestyle should have their mental faculties evaluated. I mean, seriously, what rational adult wakes up one day and says, you know what, I'm going to ignore hundreds of years of established law, call myself a sovereign citizen, and pretend that traffic stops violate the Geneva Convention? If that's not grounds for a psych evaluation, I don't know what is. You're not enlightened, you're delusional, and the courtroom isn't your personal TED Talk stage.
You're giving me these play on words. You're giving me all of this stuff.
Speak the truth, Your Honor.
I don't
speak the truth.
I don't feel you're speaking the truth to me.
I'm not working today at this present moment. I'm not working.
And you're not working. You don't have anything set for tomorrow.
No, I don't.
Right?
Nope, I don't.
You don't. Do you have anything set for next week?
No, I'm just anticipating things. You're right. I don't.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm just gonna get you out of here. I'm gonna give you, till March the 5th. You can either Zoom in or come in. I'm gonna give you till March the 5th to have this stuff paid off, all right?